his motivation is conflicted. Because on the one hand, one of the first things that Trump did when he entered the White House with Elon Musk in tow was to do something that really damaged Tesla. He removed the subsidies of electric vehicle sales in the United States. That immediately was $8,000-9,000 off every Tesla. Right? And Elon Musk didn't like it, but didn't bat an eyelid. Because his eyes are focusing on the bigger game. And the bigger game is the capacity of Tesla in the long run to make a lot more money, not from so much the car or the spare parts that he sells, but from your data while you're driving a Tesla. This is why he bought Twitter. I remember when he was buying Twitter, all those idiotic analysis of why it was such a bad purchase. It cost $44 billion. It was nothing he got for a song. It was his way of fusing himself into cloud capital. He didn't have any cloud capital before. Now he does. He wants to bring together payments, mobility. He wants the greatest prize for Tesla will be deregulation of his autonomous driving systems. And he's quite happy to see losses that he's making as a result of the end of the subsidies, of the tariffs, because he can't import cars that he's making in China, import them to the United States. And by the way, when I saw that picture that you described so vividly of Trump, the emperor, with the big tech lords around him, New York Times, Washington Post, the Times of London and so were talking about, oh my God, look at that. He's got the tech lords around him. This is, you know what I thought? I thought, oh my God, this guy is having fun. That looked to me more like a Roman emperor returning from Egypt with the captured hegemons of Egypt, of North Africa, of Syracuse and so on, and putting them on display back in Rome. They were his captives, but they were voluntary captives because they know that they have something that is the ultimate source of power in this new era, which I call a techno-feudal era. They have this cloud capital. So when Elon Musk with Doge storms into the IRS, into various departments of government, and he hardwires his own computers into the data sets of the Federal Reserve. Doesn't matter what he loses from the tariffs, what he loses from the end of the subsidies for sales of Tesla cars. He has what he really needs. That is the full expansion of his empire of cloud capital.
Into the federal government's database?
Yes, and not just. He's got Twitter for everything else. Now he has the public database as well. And when he gets the okay to create his own payment system, because that's what he ultimately wants, he wants to essentially he wants to copy what the Chinese have done with an application called WeChat. Because the Chinese have an application that doesn't exist in your country, or in my country, or in Europe, in the West generally. WeChat can do everything that all the other apps we have does, but it can also do something that Wall Street would never allow in the West, and that is free payments, independently of where your bank account is, to anyone, independently of where their bank account is. The Chinese have that because they decided to have it.